Hello and thanks for checking out this video where I do a walkthrough of Manastorm, Champions of Gnar. It is a virtual reality collectible card battling game currently for the HTC Vive. And in this game you cast enchanted cards and bring life-size minions to life and battle them together. So let's step right into it, and then I'd like to come back and talk about this home base that I've built because there's going to be a lot going on in here too. So right now, to start the single player game, you just open this portal and we can step in and engage in battle. Okay, so here we are on the battlefield. We are fighting against this AI player right here on the lava world, and the plan is, so I should mention this is an early access game that has basically one major milestone completed, the single player versus AI experience. The plan is to have online and more characters that you can compete against and different levels that you could play in, so perhaps a snow level or a forest level or a desert level or something like that. So here's my main, here's my table, and on here I get a count of how many cards are in my library, my current health, a button to end my turn, and this instructional piece of paper here saying to start the game, throw the paper into the battlefield. And now it's the opponent's turn, and if he has enough mana to play any of his cards he will, which he clearly didn't. So I'm dealt 3 cards here, and you can see these are fully animated cards. For performance reasons, they only animate when you actually have them in your hand, and they tell you what the mana cost is, how much their attack is, and how much health they have. So we had 1 freebie card and 2 out of the deck, so that brings us down to 40, and the only one we can play right now is the Reaper. So to play, the mechanic for this game, I noticed when I was creating this game, in a lot of VR titles like accounting or job simulator, stuff like that, people really like just throwing objects around. So I kind of took cue from that. So I can throw a card to cast it and a minion will summon, and this little piece of paper here is just telling me, oh, get that out of the way, how to play. What it's saying is any minions with a green ring can be selected, and they can be told what target to attack. And you see I just, using the trackpad here, it says select target, I'm able to issue all of my commands just by pointing and clicking. So he deals 1 damage, goes back home, and this is our mana indicator. It tells us that we have 1 crystal total right now, and it's currently spent because it's translucent like that. So I'm going to go ahead and end the turn and give this guy a chance to put something on the board. Looks like he's going to pass again. He does. Alright, I got a lucky deck this time. So I can't play anything, but what I can do is I can exercise some of my hero powers. So right here I have a bow and 1 free arrow, and unlike other card games where this is normally like a random number generator to deal X amount of damage, it's all based on actual like motion control interactions. Boom, 1 damage there. Set my bow down. So that's one example of a hero power. I just have this float because I find that much more convenient in case you drop it on the ground or something like that. Another example is I come pre-equipped with this shield, and if I hit the grip button, it grows full size and I can use it to block a certain number of attacks. So I'm all spent here. I can't spend any mana. 4, 4, 3. Let's end our turn. Oops, I could have attacked with him and I forgot, as is my fault. Okay. So he's summoned a dragon statue. Statues are interesting because normally, here, let's go ahead and attack. I'm gonna deal 1 damage to him, and you're gonna notice he doesn't attack back. That's a characteristic of statues, enchanted statues versus other minions. If he attacked an enemy minion, they would have gone to battle together. So I have 3 mana here. That means I can also summon a dragon statue with charge, which means I can attack right away. You can see that from the green ring here. And I'm going to attack his guy. Boom. 2 damage. He's off the board. Now this is a mean looking guy here. These are specialty cards. These were added recently. These are cards that can do things conditionally on the board. So in this case, gain +1/+1 health and attack for each friendly minion on the battlefield. So next round, in 2 rounds from now, I'll be able to play him, and he will have at least 4/4, maybe higher. So that's all I can do once again. Let's end the turn. And we have 38 cards left in our deck. Now, something unique about this game, because there are other VR card games on the market, is this is the first one, as far as I know, that actually puts you down on the battlefield and gives you a sense of scale here. There's one other game where you're actually in like a top-down view, like a traditional tactics view, and it's kind of just like you're looking down at a game board, and it's not very fun. So this guy's got 3 attack, 6 health. I'm gonna go ahead and just try and take him out. So by next turn he'll be done completely. And that takes care of my guy there. And I have 4 mana, so let's, I'm gonna save this one. Deal 2 damage to all enemy minions. Because that's too powerful, but I'm gonna go ahead and play this one and summon an ogre myself. There he comes, crawling out of the ground. Wow. Block. There we go. Good. You see my shield is gone. I can get another shield back here if I play this one. Equip a 2 armor shield. I think I'm going to go and play this guy because it's going to bring me up to 6/6 just because I have these 2 on the field. Boom. Wow, what a impressive looking model that we have here. Something to note about this game that was a particular challenge was the UI. I didn't want windows floating on the screen, crazy interactions. I wanted to keep it as basic as possible, so I tried making most of the UI physical objects on the table, card count, health count, mana count, turn ending, and I think that worked out pretty well as the laser pointer. That took some consideration to say, okay, I want to be able to select this guy and then select him. In fact, let's go. So some other considerations for this game in VR was the placement of everyone. You notice I have these guys out to the sides. That gives me a clean view of what's going on here. And I elevated this guy up just to make him seem more important. I'm going to cast this rock shield now. That leaves us with a very cool effect. There are some conveniences I added to the game. One of them is if you just drop something on the ground, it'll come back up. It saves you from having to pick it up, which I like. Okay, I wanted to quit the game a little early to come back and show off some of the home base, the place where you as the player lives. And I just wanted it to be like a nice, comfortable spot on top of this mountaintop where, you feel you're in from the rain, you're just hanging out, having a good time. Oh, what's going on over here? Okay, so I guess I've unlocked some card packs. This is a work in progress, the deck builder. Part of early access is getting this working, but for now we have these card packs. And there we go. Now we can take a look at what we just unlocked and what we might use in the game. So that's kind of cool. Over here is just a little kind of snow globe thing. This is the model of the actual tower that you're inside of right now. So I might use this as a UI element at some point. Also, I made it so everything in this game, if you throw it out the window, don't worry, it's coming back. I could go over here and pick up some of these guys. They're coming back, no problem. I wanted to implement crafting in the game. Maybe it would be like you would get these after you win a match, and then you can throw them in the cauldron to craft them, and maybe it would give you some potions, some buffs that you can take into your next battle. I would like to implement some sort of mini game involving bows and arrows here. Maybe some flying creatures that you have to take out, and you get some sort of minor prize for doing that. Gives you just something else to do in the game, and maybe you unlock something useful